How's it going, y'all? Today I'll be teaching you how to block every shooting move in Basketball 0. I've seen one too many people sell on defense, so I thought a video like this would be useful. Note that I'm only going to cover moves that can be blocked normally, and don't require another move to counter it, such as Emperor's Reach or Snatch Block. First up is Clutch's jump shot, which makes the user jump forward towards the net, then take another jump to shoot the ball. To block it, all you want to do is jump right before their first hop ends. You don't want to jump while they're doing their second one because it might be too late, and jumping before the first hop ends is too early. This move is without a doubt the easiest one to block, it's just completely free. Next is Fetch with Floater. So this move makes the user take 2 steps then perform a layup, with the second step always going towards the net. To block this one, you want to jump at them after they take their first step. To determine where they'll be at, look at their open arm or the arm that isn't dribbling the ball. When this move is used, the first step will be in the direction the open arm is facing, while the second step will be in the opposite direction. So if the open arm is to the left and they use this move, you want to jump to the left. And vice versa, when the open arm is to the right, you want to be jumping right when they use this move. This can get a bit tricky if they position themselves sideways, but the principle still applies here. Now we have Playmaker's alley-oop ability, which lobs the ball to your teammate and they quickly leap towards the net to dunk the ball. Despite its speed, it still can be blocked by normal means, but it's pretty challenging. To block this move, you want to pay attention to the arms of the person you're guarding. The moment you see their arms suddenly cock back, you jump. This move is really hard to block though, so don't feel discouraged if you can't get it right. Jackpot's lucky shot is next and it's pretty simple to stop. Something to note is that regardless of their initial orientation, the user will always face the net when they're shooting. To block this, all you have to do is jump towards them the moment they get airborne with the ball. Chuck's heat check is next, and it has the user jump back before shooting the ball. Honestly, you block this just like you do with simple shooting, jump when they jump. Just like Lucky Shot, no matter how they're oriented, they will always face the net when jumping back and shooting. If you need a visual cue though, you can also jump when you see a green aura surrounding the ball. Alright, Sniper. So, I see a lot of people mess up when it comes to blocking this guy. First move is Perfect Arc, and this one is a little deceptive because there's a small delay before they release the ball, so a lot of people jump way too early. The key here is patience. What you want to do is wait until the sniper reaches their peak height when they jump, and then you jump. That should perfectly line up with the delay that they have before shooting. Sniper's next ability is Quick Release, which is pretty much a sped up version of Perfect Arc with a smaller jump. To block this, jump the moment you see this green ring form around the ball. Forced Shot. Okay, so this is one of the hardest moves in the game to block due to how quick it comes out. Now, maybe it's a visual bug, but what helps me block this move is when the ball suddenly gets displaced from the shooter's hand and no audio cue is played. If you see the ball appear in the middle of their torso, that's another sign that the move is being used. However, even with this, the move is so fast that sometimes this may not work. Ace's Athletic Fade is another really hard ability to block because of its fast, flashy movements that can easily make you confused. The key here is to pay attention to the first step the Ace user takes, because his shooting location will always be in the opposite direction. If Ace's first step goes to the right, his shooting location is guaranteed to be to the left, and vice versa if his first step is to the left. Additionally, most Ace players are aware that people know this, so what they'll do is try to use this move sideways or from half. If they use it from half, just know that they'll always end up at or near the 3-point line because otherwise the ball isn't going in. If they are sideways and the first step is towards you, that means it'll end away from you, and vice versa when the first step is away from you. Next we got reverse dunk from Basketball God, which in my opinion is the hardest move in the game to block. In order to do so, you need to be directly under the net or very close to it and jump right as they are spinning. This is so you can meet them in the air for the very brief window you have to block them. The timing and positioning needs to be perfect, otherwise it's not going to work. One thing to note is that it's much easier to block them if they use this move from the paint as opposed to the 3-point line. In this clip, I was able to block it twice, but failed the third time because my positioning was off slightly. Also, calm flex, but I was able to block this move 4 times in a row while testing. Next up is post hook, which is the shooting variant of post form. Post form makes the user slowly push back a defender towards the net, and when post hook is used, they spin off the defender, then shoot the ball. Quick tip though, if a giant has you in his post form, to get out of it, just mash spacebar. You can't stop post dunk, but to stop post hook, you want to quickly run towards them and jump when they are done spinning and facing the net. Star Self Oop is another move that can be blocked. Well, sorta. If you time your jump to right before the ball hits the backboard, you can just catch it and stop them right in their tracks. Lastly, we have Perfect Step, which is another one I see a lot of people struggling with. This move has 2 variants, a step back 3-pointer and a Euro step layup. The layup version you block like any other layup, you just jump when they do. The 3-pointer has a slight delay to give you time, all you have to do is jump towards them. The real difficulty here is figuring out if he's going to do the 3 or 2-point variant. In a one-on-one scenario, honestly, you can't perfectly guard against both, but if you have a teammate near the rim, he should be able to block the layup and you can block the 3-pointer. Alright, so that wraps up the video on how to block every shot in BBZ. Let me know down below in the comments if this video helped you out, I missed anything, or if you know any other tips and tricks that we should all know. That's all for this video, have a great day, and peace out.